No, you didn't.
He just said that's what I have. He's actually saying.
Rev,
4 and 5.
4 again was 10, 5 was 6 square units. CJ?
What was 12 and 13?
12 is 0.35, 13 is 0.036.
Thank you.
Charles?
Can you do number 5?
Absolutely. Ethan?
Roll girl 16.
16 was 1/2. Now number 5 really depends on you doing problem number 4. And if you did not do number 4 on a grid, then you're probably not going to get number 5. Did you get number 4 right, Charlie?
Yes.
And you graphed it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's take a look at it. Your number 4 should look like this. Here we go. What were our points? Did you happen to label the points, Charlie?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Wait, no.
1, -1. You put your point down there and labeled it like that, Charlie?
No.
4, -1. 2, 3, 4, -1. Charles, I think if you put a little more effort into going the extra mile, it would work out better for you. 4, 1. And I'm guessing the other one was 1, 1. 1, 1. So your triangle or your rectangle looked like my rectangle, right, Charlie? Yes or no?
Oh.
Because with that rectangle, it asked me for, what did it ask you for, the area? What action did it ask you for?
Area of the rectangle.
Area of the rectangle. So you could either multiply to get it, or you could actually count the squares there. Either way, you'll get the area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or it is a 2 by 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. 6 square units. Either way, you get that. But again, if you don't do this nicely, you just kind of throw it out there, you'll probably find yourself not quite getting the right answer there. Ephraim.
Could you do 15 on the board?
Did you write them up and down?
Yes.
Did you change the common denominators? What's that?
I wrote 4 and 1.
Well, then that's what you did wrong. We don't have to do that. Sam?
Number 3.
Number 3 was 24. John, is your hand up? No?
Nope.
Charles?
What was the answer to number 14?
Number 14 was 1/2. Ephraim?
What was the answer to number 16?
16 was 1/2. Ephraim?
Can you do it on the board?
Most likely. Did you write down the right problem, sir?
Yes.
You wrote those up and down.
Yes.
And you changed the common denominators. So this is what you have on your paper, right? You can't take 3/4 from 1/4, so did you borrow?
Yes.
And so this becomes a 3. What is my new fraction there? No, 4/4 is what I'm adding to it. I already have 1/4 there. How do you find your new top number when you borrow, Lacey Robbins?
We add 1 plus.
That one and that one together. Your new top number is a 5 because you have 1/4 there plus the 4/4 you moved over. That's 5/4. And then when you subtract, you get 2/4. And it reduces to 1/2. Now see, Ephraim, the deal with this is we've been doing this for a long, long time, and now you're just figuring out that that's what you were doing wrong. See, these were all things we could have gotten cleared up in our homework assignments, because that's obviously you must have missed them in those as well. Kate!
What was number 2?
Number 2 was 84%. Charles.
Can you do? Oh wait. Can you do number 13?
Odds are yes. So what is 10 squared? So it is 3.6 divided by 100. Did you write that down? Now, this is, ladies and gentlemen, and I will say this for the umpteenth billionth time, this is mental math. One of the very, very few times I'm telling you, please don't do any more work than you have to on this one, because this one, it'll just confuse you. Charlie, what happens with decimals when we divide by 100? You don't add 2 to anything.
You happen to
You move the decimal 2 places, which direction?
right.
No, that would be multiplying.
Left.
Left. 1 place, 2 place. Put a decimal, add a 0. Your answer is 0.036. Which only makes sense because when you divide by 100, you certainly shouldn't get a number bigger than you started with. $3.60 cut into 100 pieces. It'd be kind of goofy to get $300 CJ!
Okay, so for
13. To double check your work, you can divide it. Is that okay?
You know, you can, as long as you kind of do it like neatly, but I've seen so many people go wrong when they do hundreds. I mean, sure. I mean, you could do, you know, if you really, really want to do, what was it, 3.6 divided by 100. Move the decimal straight up. 100 doesn't go into 36, so 100 goes into 363 times. Bring down the next 0. 100 goes into 606 times. And I just see so many people make mistakes doing that it's so much easier. It's all mental. Multiplying, dividing by hundreds, all mental math. Sam.
so for number 3, I'm just verifying if this is right.
You are verifying. I like verifying. What is your question on number 3?
So you would multiply 6 times 8 and then cut it in half. Right?
The figure ABC is a rectangle segment. AB is 6 centimeters long. And AC is 10 centimeters long. What is the measure of the area of triangle ABC? Hold on a second. Of BC. They are asking you for the measure. And here's the key word. It says it's a triangle. A triangle. And a triangle, the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. And we talked about this. The reason it's not half length times width, because the base and the height have to form a right angle. So you take these 2 lines that form the right angle, multiply them together, cut them in half, and that is your area. Feel.
Can you do 10?
Right over here. Oh, after all of that, sometimes it's hard to get to these problems. And I will tell you the place most people go wrong on this, Leah, is they put the wrong one under the box. 5 divided by 0.5. And if you forget which one goes under the little box, think of any other division problem written out like this. 8 divided by 4. When you write that out as a division problem, which number goes in the little division box and which one sits on the outside of it?
4 goes on the outside.
4 goes on the outside. So this, the second number goes on the outside, and the 5 goes on the inside. It is 5 being divided by 0.5. And then you can't have decimals out here, so you have to move it so it's over. This is that over thing. The decimal in 5 starts here, and you have to move it the same number of places over here, so it ends up over here, and you have to stick a 0 in there. It's the same as 5 into 50, which ends up being 10. Which, if you're talking money, it makes sense. If you have $5, how many 50 cents, groups of 50 cents can you take out of $5? I don't know. because $1 will give you 2 groups of 50 cents, so 5 of them will give you 5 times 2, 10 times. Charles?
Can you do number 12?
Do you know what the square root of 64 is, sir?
Yeah.
It is what?
8.
It is 8. And that's the same thing. 2.8 divided by 8, you need to make sure which one goes under the box.
2.8.
2.8 divided by 8. I don't have to move any decimals around, I just bring this straight up. 8 goes into 28 3 times. That's 24. I have to keep doing it until it works out. 8 goes into 40 5 times 0.35. What did you get?
I think I just don't know.
What did you get a thing? It wasn't really the question I asked you, but I asked you what you got. Did you get an answer?
Yeah.
Which is what?
What?
You don't know what answer you got. You have numbers written in your box, Charlie. Do you have any idea which number was your answer? 11.06?
7. Wait. Oh, I think I got the assistant thing wrong.
Oh, what'd you get? 32?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, moving on here, children. There's gotta be more. One more. Anybody? Some more. Some less. Everybody's pretty happy with where they stand there. Charles.
What's the answer to number 20?
20 was 25 7.
You do number 19.
I'm hoping I can. I'm pretty solid on my 6th grade math, but the 8th grade things start to fall apart for me. So Charlie, how do we divide by, what's the first thing I do if I have 2 divided by 1 2/3?
Make 1 and 2/3.
And make 2 improper as well. 2 over 1 divided by, what is 1 2/3 as improper? 5/3. Now what happens, Charles?
You turn the division sign to a multiple sign and flip-flop 2 and 1.
Oh, anybody, where is Charles making his error?
Oh,
You always flip the one you're dividing by or the second fraction. First fraction's always going to stay the same. Second fraction is the one that gets flipped. If you continually have the opposite answer that I read, you're flipping the wrong one. Multiply across, you get 6 over 5, and 6/5 is 5 and 1/5. Good notes to remember. Please.
wait, how does
They
five
said,
fraction-
yeah, that's, isn't it 1 1/5?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm
Sure,
like,
I
wait,
was I was thinking about this next one. I would have got that one. Please know this as well, 6th grade. I told you this when we did this. You're rounding this one to the nearest 100th, which is this. This one tells you if you keep it the same and round up, it does get rounded up to a 7. Do not, Charlie, listen to me. Do not change these 2 zeros. I don't want to see 2 zeros after this. I just want to say 5700, 0.57. Do not put this in there because now that changes into thousands, and don't put that in there because now that changes into 10,000s. I only want 0.57 or 0.57. No more zeros. They don't get put on there when you're doing decimals. Whatever this number, whatever that word is the last digit you will have. Yes, sir.
Do you want to see the 0.5678 or whatever number it is on the test and then round it like equals or that?
Well, that would be nice, but 0.57 is fine. You know, if you think that you got it down right where you don't have to show whatever. Other ones, no?